This project is on common barriers experienced by adult learners when they choose to return to school or participate in workplace training. The group members are Kane Daniel, Joe White, Brian Vokey, Lisa Marie Mancini, and Patricia Bocek-Peters. Your narrators are me, Joe White,
and me, Kane Daniel.
Introduction. Adults choose to further their learning through school or workplace training to satisfy needs and motivations, such as personal advancement, social relationships, social welfare, or escape. Unlike children, adults have responsibilities they must balance against their learning. Life's responsibilities and demands for an adult create barriers that affect an adult's decision to further their learning.
Case scenario. Meet Geeta, a 42-year-old woman married to Rajesh. Geeta and Rajesh are the proud parents of 2 small children. Rajesh moved to Canada 2 years ago and is gainfully employed, while Geeta remained in India to take care of their children. Geeta and the children have now joined Rajesh in Toronto, and to help support the family, Geeta has found a full-time temporary position as an administrative assistant for a large technology company. While Geeta is an experienced administrator, the company she is joining has indicated that they would like her to take an online course on the specific type of technology that they use in their firm, which the firm says is necessary if they are to offer her a full-time contract after her job expires. Although Geeta thinks this is a good idea, she isn't sure how to juggle work, family, and school. Geeta has not been in school for quite some time, and although she took ESL classes in India, her command of the English language has her concerned about her ability to learn and retain new information. Furthermore, Geeta is unfamiliar with the types of technology used in online courses, since she has never taken an online course. Finally, her lack of confidence towards technology, being new to the country, and being in a classroom again is having a negative impact on her motivation and overall level of confidence.
Barriers Geeta faces. The first barrier to be discussed is the cultural barrier that confronts Geeta. She is concerned that because she hasn't fully transitioned to Canadian culture, her interactions with online classmates may be adversely affected. Furthermore, given that the course is delivered in English, Geeta's second language, Geeta feels that this is a barrier to comprehending the material sufficiently to pass the course. Likewise, she feels that she lacks the requisite technological knowledge required in order to fully participate and take advantage of the resources within the course. Also, while both Geeta and Rajesh work full-time and share parenting duties, Geeta feels that the combination of taking this course along with those duties will be difficult to manage. Finally, although Geeta sees the value in taking this course, she finds that she is becoming demotivated.
Learning barrier. Cultural. John Fisher in 1999 presented a model of personal change he called the personal transition curve. Fisher's model displays the characteristics of how each individual deals with personal change. Adults moving to a foreign country and trying to start a new life can experience a very stressful transition. Integrating into a new culture is difficult, and learners often face many cultural barriers. These cultural barriers can include roles and status, differences in nonverbal behavior, personal space, responses to authority, religion, and personal appearance. Adult learners may have no prior access to the technology being used in this course, due to many social factors. Instructors should ensure they have the tools available for the adult learner to use and practice. Bandura's theory of modeling will allow access to these tools. Practice using these tools will improve the learner's new skills, breaking down the barrier to adult learning. Learning barrier. English as a second language. Given that English is her second language, Geeta has to overcome language barriers in order to communicate more effectively and study more efficiently in this course. Geeta's ability to complete the course successfully will depend on her ability to communicate over the internet via email, webinar, and other virtual environments. Furthermore, Geeta's written communication, writing skills, and comprehension of material become a key requirement and potential roadblock barrier in this course. In any educational situation, there exists prerequisite knowledge and skills that students need in order to effectively learn a new set of instruction or ability. This is because knowledge is hierarchical, in that higher level objectives require lower level abilities and principles. In Geeta's case, the course instruction is presented in English and is completed fully online. According to Bandura, people learn best when they feel they are able to succeed, and ultimately when they feel confident that they are equipped to get through the material. Bandura's theory stipulates that individuals with strong self-belief will be more prone to taking on challenging situations or responsibilities. In adopting the social learning theory and the concept presented by Bandura to Geeta's situation, the first thing that an instructor can do to overcome this potential issue is to identify what level of English literacy is necessary to successfully complete this course. Once these prerequisite skills have been defined, creating an assessment or pretest which measures students' prior knowledge and abilities can help categorize students when they enter the course, and ultimately aid the instructor into filtering students through different codes of action. The instructor could find commonalities within a group of students in regard to a lack of prerequisite skills, and in turn articulate some of the course content or course delivery to make sure students are properly set up for success. Pre-course assessment results would also aid the instructor in determining a course of action for each student individually. For some students, the instructor's role may be to identify strategies that allow for students to self-remediate, while other students may be guided towards other prerequisite courses until they are better equipped or prepared to take on new information.
Barrier: technology. According to Fink, students who are uncomfortable or lack the knowledge to participate in an online course can have a derogatory impact on their fellow classmates, as well as the online instructor. In addition, many instructors lack the technological knowledge to advise students as to the cause of their technological issues. Examples include the reason or reasons a student is having difficulty in downloading a file, or modifying the technology used within the online course, such as extending the time limit in an online quiz. In a report by Bacow, Bowen, Guthrie, Lack, and Long in 2012, it is suggested that to assist instructors in gaining this knowledge, course providers should provide in-depth technical support for faculty and make it easy for faculty to access it. In addition, providers may provide specific training in online pedagogy. By providing appropriate online orientation for students and by increasing online student socialization, Lynch concluded that student success was increased. The activities necessary to achieve sufficient levels of student orientation include providing student support systems, such as online counseling and tutoring. To achieve student socialization, the implementation of online study groups was suggested. In addition, Dobrovolny postulated that even though adult learning theory focuses on Knowles' assumptions, behavioralistic types of feedback mechanisms are important in ensuring that the student is properly guided through the material. This could include feedback-based online interactions, such as quizzes, that ensure the student comprehends current material before progressing. Barrier: outside influences. Work and home life. There are many external barriers related to adult learning. Typically, external barriers are defined as influences more or less external to the individual or at least beyond the individual's control. Johnstone and Riviera 1965, in Merriam and Caffarella 1999, 56-57. If juggling a job, housework, childcare, schoolwork, and family life are not managed appropriately, then there is a chance that Geeta may drop out. According to Kinsella in 1998, the number of students who spend time on other responsibilities outside of the class are employment 68%, housework 85%, childcare 41%, adult care 23%, homework 17%. Almost all adult learners have full-time jobs as well as family responsibilities which compete for their time. To lighten the load of prior obligations for the adult learner, higher education programs could make classes available at a variety of times and in a variety of ways. For example, a child care facility with the ability to accommodate children from the ages of 2 to 6 could be offered. Furthermore, the instructor could offer a variety of classroom settings, such as having students participate in a class, webinar, podcast, and/or group discussion online. As each student has many outside stresses, offering alternate ways of learning may alleviate some of these outside stressors.
Barrier: lack of motivation, demotivation. What is demotivation? Demotivation can be best defined as specific external forces that reduce or diminish the motivational basis of a behavioral intention or an ongoing action. Reasons for demotivation are as follows: negativity, procrastination, confidence or fear, life events, commitment, lack of interest, or being out of classroom setting for a long time. So what is motivation? Motivation is the force that drives people to fulfill a need. If you can tap into a learner's intrinsic motivation, where an individual is rewarded by the learner itself or an internal goal, you've got it made. Motivation in adult learning can be grouped into two categories. The first is work or economic. Higher earning potential, professional advancement, and work retention. The second is personal, cognitive, interest, family togetherness, and social. How can an instructor overcome student motivation barriers? An instructor can assist with a student's lack of motivation. It is important for an educator to identify motivators within each learner. An instructor can motivate adult learners by increasing and putting value on their reasons for enrolling in a course, and decreasing the barriers that are affecting their motivation. For example, for an adult who decides to go back to school to further his or her career, an instructor could remind him or her of their motivators. Sometimes barriers can block what the original motivators were to begin with. An instructor must plan motivating strategies, starting with an understanding of why the students have enrolled and the barriers that they are facing. The instructor must show adult learners the relationship between training and expected outcomes of the course, constantly connecting to the learner and the individual's desired goals. Summary: Geeta has enrolled in the online course to achieve her goal in getting the full-time position as an administrative assistant. Geeta has chosen a college that supports individuals who are new to the country and provides campus support with technology. Geeta has also decided to join English classes to help with her confidence and overall communication. Geeta's instructor provides a very supportive learning environment that encourages students to reach out to their peers through emails, forums, discussions, and chats. As Geeta has gone through the course, she has realized there are students with a lot of experience and students with very little to no experience, which has made her feel more confident knowing she isn't alone. The instructor is very motivating and encouraging with all assignments and is always available for support. The program also offers tutoring from previous students who have taken the course, which Geeta has taken advantage of. Geeta's boss has been impressed with her dedication to the course and has decided to pay for the course upon completion, which has helped alleviate the financial burden. Given that this is an online course, Geeta is provided with the flexibility to juggle work and family. Since Geeta has managed to overcome all her barriers and has supportive work, family, and school environments, she has excelled in this online course.
Conclusion: an adult must first understand all of their barriers before looking for ways to overcome them. An adult must work through ways to overcome their barriers to ensure they are getting the most out of their learning. If an adult cannot overcome their barriers, they are put into a position where they will not get the most out of themselves and excel the way they would want to. An adult cannot overcome all barriers by themselves. Therefore, an adult educator must be aware of each learner's barriers and create an environment where adult barriers are lessened, whether it is reminding students of the main reason for taking a course, creating a flexible environment, or creating an environment where everyone is equal. Without an educator who is aware of adult barriers, the learners are left in a position where they won't excel to the best of their abilities.